Everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be featuring TOXICROAK. TOXICROAK is a fighter and poison type Pokemon, making it weak to multiple things and also strong against multiple things. This is an ABA style team, as if we see a flyer on the lead, we have to stay in with TOXICROAK. Going into match number 1, we have TOXICROAK and the Dragonite. Horrible lead. I'm forced to stay in, as Trevenant does not want to see Dragonite neither. This is a bad matchup for TOXICROAK. I decide I'm hoping I can live this and one more Dragon Tail to get to my Sludge Bomb. Can we? And no, we faint. I'm going to come in with Warren. He's goes into Tentacle. That's interesting, so I'm going to build up. I decide to bait. In hindsight, this does not make any sense because he lives in Earthquake pretty comfortably. He no shields. That was kind of a bad bait on my play. He throws a Scald. Must be running Poison Jab, Acid Spray Scald instead of Sludge Wave. ICMP time on the next Scald. We're going to throw. Let's see if he shields. Nope, he does not, and that does puny amounts of damage. He throws a Scald. This does not take me out. We can farm up before throwing the Icicle Spear. Well, not throwing it. We're going to swap into Trevin. Can we farm down? We can. He comes back in with Dragonite. We're going to bait him. Throw a Seed Bomb. I'm reading he's weak in the back. So I throw. He shields. I farm up a little bit more here after I throw. He throws a Dragon Claw. I shield that. I farm up one more Shadow Claw, and I throw the Seed Bomb. He's going to shield. And I'm going to attempt to farm down. I'm on low HP. What's in the back? It's a Lantern. So I'm going to farm up to 5, throw on CMP. Trevenant has higher attack, so he wins CMP. Lands a Seed Bomb. He throws a Surf. I'm going to shield so I don't die. And then out of me just being petty, I'm going to farm to 4 and then wait 1 turn and then CMP sack on Walrein. Just to be mean, I guess. I don't know. I undercharge it. He throws the Surf on CMP, and he's going to undercharge it to where he gets 1 more extra spark. But in the end, that's not going to matter, and Trevenant is just going to throw the Shadow Ball to end the game. Granted, Seed Bomb would have KO'd. Just to ensure I still got the KO, I went with a Shadow Ball anyways. Alright, good game. Hopping into game number 2, we have Lone Lobo, TOXICROAK, and Swampert. Horrible lead. We're going to build up, count to 5, swap to Warren. Can we catch it? No, we cannot. He farms up about... Okay, what? He throws an Earthquake. I had a brain moment there. We're going to farm up a little bit extra. We decide we're going to go the Earthquake. I was thinking about baiting really, really hard, but I did not decide to bait. We throw the Earthquake. It gets shielded. A bait would have been nice there. I decide if this is a bait, then we obviously no shield. But he throws a Meteor Beam like a psycho. We farm up a little bit, and we CMP tie on the Earthquake. He must have thought we were one more away. We throw the Earthquake. It gets no shielded. He tanks it pretty comfortably, and I obviously let this go, as I won't even be able to reach a Weather Ball if I don't shield that. We can mill TOXICROAK. He comes back in with Swampert. That was a bad decision on his part, and it looks like the Swampert won CMP there, which Swampert does not win CMP. He throws an Earthquake. We're going to overfarm. We throw the Seed Bomb on. Should have been CMP tie. He didn't. He just overfarmed. We throw the Seed Bomb. He's going to come back in with Aurora's. I decide I'm getting rid of this thing immediately. If there's something weak in the back, I don't want to have any more extra damage on my Trevenant, and it's a Talonflame. What do we do here? We're going to farm up, throw the Shadow Ball. If he shields, this should be game over. He lets it go. What is he doing? We're going to farm up to counters. He throws his Flame Charge. I think my only win con here is to no shield. We're going to farm up 2 counters. We live the Incinerate, so we're going to throw the Mud Bomb, and we have another Mud Bomb. So even if he got to the move and we lost CMP, we still had a shield, so we would have won anyways. GG's Trainer. If I would not have shielded that, if I would have shielded that Flame Charge, the second one, if he got to a second one, would have been boosted, and it would have taken me out. Next game, TOXICROAK into Empoleon. Perfect lead. He comes in with Charizard. We're going to fast swap into Walrein. We're going to throw this Icicle Spear here. This is going to do a decent amount of damage. We're going to farm up a little bit extra, and he's going to throw what is likely to be a Blast Burn. I decide I'm going to shield, because that does a lot of damage. He throws another. We decide we can tank it. We let it go through. We're going to farm up 3 Powder Snows and throw another Icicle Spear. Unlucky for me here, he shields, which is fine, but I CMP him on the next move, which was a misplay by me, as he already had one, but I just let this go anyway, and I just farm back down with TOXICROAK, as Empoleon serves also as a really good matchup as Trevenant too. Since Empoleon's so weak to TOXICROAK, I know he has to shield this, so I throw the Mud Bomb in hopes that I'll be able to reach the Sludge Bomb. I do, but he savagely catch on Empoleon. Amazing play by him. I swap straight into Trevenant. I farm up. I decide I should let him throw here, as Dragonite might be able to get to 2 moves. I want to be able to come out of here with a Shadow Ball, so I'm gonna farm up to where he's in Seed Bomb range. I'm gonna throw the Seed Bomb. Do I have a Shadow Ball loaded? You're about to find out. Yes, we do. We get off the Shadow Ball. This is gonna be enough to taking out the Dragonite, and bye-bye Dragonite. Hello Trevenant. All right, into battle number 3. Next battle, whatever you want to call it. Into I like cherries. I like cherries too. Jellicent, this is a core breaker. We can't do much here. We're going to come into Wall Rain. They decide to stay in, which is fine by me. They're going to throw a Bubble Beam to get immediate damage off. Oh, no, they throw the Shadow Ball. I was like, it must have been a different game. I know one game they threw a Bubble Beam at me immediately, and it was just horrible. And they come in with Ninetales, and this is looking pretty over already. I'm supposing Ninetales was going to farm up a whole bunch of energy. I decide there's really no point in shielding this. I'm just going to come back in with TOXICROAK. He throws a Dazzling Gleam. We're going to come back in with TOXICROAK, and we're going to, as soon as he gets to another move, we're shielding. Unluckily for me, he decides to... Oh, wait, we don't... Okay, I am going crazy. He throws a Dazzling Gleam. We hang on. Oh, yes, because I'm thinking my only win con here is with Trevenant. We're going to throw the Mud Bomb. No reason for them to shield. And back as a Charizard. And I should just be top lefting, but I'm going to fight it out for the hopes of them no shielding this and me building up to a Shadow Ball and them no shielding for some reason. I don't know. He's going to throw the Dragon Claw. We shield. We get the Shadow Ball. Does the opponent shield? Yep. At this point, I should have top lefted. I don't know. I still don't know why I shielded this. This game is well past over. He gets to another move, and that's a good game. GG's opponent. I just cut that video short, and into the next game, we have I was going to say thank you so much, but that's not the acronym. TOXICROAK and a Wall Rain, perfect lead. I was going to top left the game because I swapped my Trevenant into Charizard, and I misclicked, and I got so frustrated. And so I just decided I'm just going to stick it in. I'm going to stay it. I'm going to stay, and I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to farm up a little bit extra. I decide we can live a Dragon Claw if he decides to go with the Dragon Claw. Can we live the Wing Attack? We barely live the Wing Attack to get off the Shadow Ball. Trevenant is such a beast. We get this Shadow Ball. They decide to shield. We're going to come in with Wall Rain. We can tank a Blast Burn, so we don't need a shield. My opponent, playing like a crazy person, decides to throw the Blast Burn. We can farm up a little bit extra, and then he comes in with Wall Rain. It's fine by me. We're going to throw the Earthquake. This is going to do a decent amount of damage. He decides to no shield. Oh, he has no shields. He has no shields, so he obviously does not shield. He throws... I don't know why he baits there. That's definitely a big loose con of his. That makes no sense to bait. We're going to throw the Earthquake. We're going to undercharge so we get a little bit more farm on TOXICROAK after he throws. We were going to swap into TOXICROAK, but we CMP tied him. He throws the Icicle Spear. We're going to swap into TOXICROAK. We're going to get farm. He's going to come with Swampert, and oh lord, can we do this? We're going to throw on a CMP tie as TOXICROAK wins CMP against Swampert. He no shields, obviously, because he does not have any shields. And we're going to farm up. 3, he tries to catch. He has a move. Is this game over? Is it? Yes, it is. GG's chair. Nothing I can do there. Alrighty, hopping into the next match. Kyler Zone, TOXICROAK into Wall Rain. This is a pretty decent match, as we would have to give up a shield anyways, because the Wall Rain would be able to get an Earthquake off on me. He swaps into Swampert. I get a hard counter straight into Trevenant. He throws an Earthquake. We can tank it. We don't care. We're going to farm up extra before we that's a little bit interesting on my part. I'm guessing I undercharged this, as I need a little bit more energy now that I'm so low. Yeah, I undercharged it. It still KOs. He comes in with Obstagoon here, which is interesting. I'm going to be able to get off 2 Seed Bombs. I'm going to throw my second Seed Bomb on CMP, but he does not fall for it. Like a smart trainer, we cannot swap out of this because, well, it just makes no sense to do that because I want to have my Toxicroak on their Obstagoon. My Toxicroak is basically going to sweep this game. We decided to catch the Icicle Spear. This is basically a good game. We're going to farm up a little bit extra. The opponent probably should have left by now, but he's going to stick it out. I don't blame him. He's going to throw the Earthquake. This does a sizable amount of damage. We're going to farm just before getting to 100 energy. We're going to throw the Earthquake. Does he shield? Yes, he does. We're going to farm up a little bit extra, and we're going to go for the Earthquake again on looks like to be a CMP tie. We throw our Earthquake. It gets shielded. He CMPs. I don't need to shield at all. I'm just going to fully farm down with Toxicroak. He throws a bait. He comes in. Here comes in Obstagoon. I decide he does not have enough energy for anything, so he throws 1 Obstruct before I fully counter down. And then I get him in Sludge Bomb range. I am petty, so I want to win with 2 shields. So I know I can live this, and oh my gosh. Now, why did I do that? Now I undercharge a Sludge Bomb, and I'm just so mean today. I am so evil. I know I can live an Icicle Spear, so I know shield, and I just fully farmed. I don't even throw an Icicle Spear. That's just so evil of me. Into the next game. Soidal. We'll pronounce it Soid. We're going to farm up a little bit before swapping straight into Wall Rain. I am guessing is what I throw the Sludge Bomb. Okay, that makes sense too. Get off damage and then swap into Wall Rain. Makes sense. Yep, we're going to farm up extra. They swap out into Galvantula. Opponent is really loving their Great League right now. He's using a Great League Pokemon in the Ultra League. One day I will be able to get enough XLs to use my Hundo Joltik in this league. I'm going to throw my Earthquake. Does he shield it? Yes, he does. His Galvantula is 2494, and by mine, I know that is a Hundo Galvantula. Awesome trainer. Most Galvantulas are running Discharge, but most love to bait for no reason. So even if he was not running Discharge, then it's still lunch. I don't get my Sludge Bomb there, which is very, very not good at all for me. He Octazookas me. Do I get debuffed? No, I do not. But he throws another Octazooka, and if I get debuffed, things are not looking good. I get debuffed. I'm gonna farm up a bunch before throwing, and unless it's a Swampert in the back, it's pretty game. It's pretty game over. Let's see what's in the back. It's a Politoed. Can we still beat it? Let's find out. We throw the first Seed Bomb. How much does this do? Oh my lord, it does not even do 1/3. It does under 1/3. This is ridiculous. I know I can live a Weather Ball, so I no shield that. I'm still farming up. I should no shield this, as there's no way I can win. He comes in with Galv, just to make sure that he does not get any more damage off me. I have to throw the Shadow Ball, as I'm not sure a Seed Bomb would KO. In hindsight, it might have, but this was CMP, and this is obviously not going to take him out, so that's a good game. GG's trainer. Good job being aware of your energy management and debuffing before going into Politoed. That was literally my loose con, getting debuffed there. Alrighty, hopping into the next game. We got TOXICROAK onto Trevenant. Another bad lead. What do? We swap in our own Trevenant. Looking back at this, I think we should have swapped into Wall Rain. But this is fine. We swap him to Trevenant. We're going to throw the Seed Bomb. He's going to no shield, obviously. He's going to throw the Night Slash. I don't need to shield this, as this is not worrying me. He throws a Night Slash. Obviously, like I said before, I don't shield. We're going to farm up. We just decide to let him take me out because I do not want to inflict any more damage on him, as I want my Obstagoon, I want my TOXICROAK to have a whole bunch of energy. I'm hoping it's not running Obstruct, as I do not want my defense to be lowered, but it turns out he's not. He throws a Night Slash. That's fine for me. I farm up a little bit more before I throw the Sludge Bomb. I throw the Sludge Bomb. The Trevenant shields. I'm going to come in with Walrein, do a couple Powder Snows before I throw an Icicle Spear. I see him throw the C-Bomb here, which is fine by me. I can no-shield this. Shield this. Good lord. I can shield this, yep. I no-shield the second. I farm up a little bit extra, and I throw the Icicle Spear. Does he shield? He does. I farm up a little bit, and what's in the back? Empoleon. He gives up. That's a good game. GG's trainer. Hopping into the final match. We have TOXICROAK versus Gyarados. Horrible lead. What do? We have to stay in, as we do not want the Trevenant on Gyarados. Granted, Gyarados and Trevenant is not a horrible matchup, but any flyer you do not want paired with Trevenant, typically. We throw the Sludge Bomb. It gets shielded. We swap straight into Walrein. Cavalier comes out, and it's just looking like hard counter city right now. We're going to throw an Earthquake. We're hoping that since we have an ABA team, we're going to hard counter him in the back. And I throw this. I just no shield. I'm going to come in with TOXICROAK after this and fully... Actually, no, I think I decided to go in with Trevenant and fully farm down. Yep, I go into Trev. I fully farm down. I should be shielding this, as this should be a Mega Horn. I don't shield. That's a little... Okay, I don't shield that. Maybe I'm putting it all on TOXICROAK. And there's a Snorlax in the back. I made the right decision. Can I still pull it out? And can I win? Who knows? He comes in with Snorlax, TOXICROAK. The Gyarados comes back in. And this is looking like it's going to be a good game. Okay, I'm sorry. That was not the final match. Now, hopping into the final match. TOXICROAK onto Shiny Lantern. Let's see if it's a Shundo. It is not. Shundo would be 2385. This is 2357, as it is a little bit lower ranked, but you do not blame... I can't blame him for running a Shundo. I mean, a Hundo. No, a Shiny. Good lord. He throws a Thunderbolt. We can tank that. We're going to farm up a little bit extra before throwing the Mud Bomb on what seems to be a C and B tie. TOXICROAK beats Lantern in the one shield. Nice to know. He comes in with Charizard. I'm forced to let him fully wing attack me down. Giving the Charizard 3 extra wing attacks will allow it to get to a Blast Burn and a Dragon Claw before I get to 2 Icicle Spears, which is horrible for me, but it's manageable. I shield what seemed to be a Blast Burn. I could not see. I was not paying attention. Okay, I shield the Blast Burn, so I'm going to throw the second Icicle Spear. He decides to no shield. He gets a lot of energy here. I decide I'm a no-shield. It's a Blast Burn. This almost takes me out, and in comes Venusaur. Since a Blast Burn from a Shadow Charizard will one-shot me, I have no choice but to no-shield this. He throws the Sludge Bomb. I have to no-shield. I farm up before CMP tying him on what is going to be the Shadow Ball. He no-shields. The Charizard comes back in. I make a huge misplay here by throwing the Seed Bomb. The opponent decides to shield, and it gets taken out by the 1 HP through a shield. Oh my goodness, what a turn of events. Alright, great game. My overall thoughts on Trevenant here. I believe Trevenant is an amazing Pokemon. That's why it's meta for a reason. As long as you give it shields and it has the correct alignment, Trevenant can put in work. Thank you for watching today's video, in which I got to showcase Trevenant and show you how well Trevenant and TOXICROAK can be. TOXICROAK is a very slept upon Pokemon too. So, TOXICROAK got to see some action today, and I hope you enjoyed these battles, and y'all have an amazing day.